Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Hello and welcome to Share Talk. Today I'm joined by Colin Bird, who's Executive Chairman at Xtract Resources. How are you today, Colin?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing okay. I've noticed that you've managed to come up with one of the better looking fundraising or funding opportunities of the recent past. Unsecured £1 million, no interest on it, and you can take as much or a little of it as you like. So what's not to like on that particular funding? Is it as good as it looks?
I think so. It was a real sort of think. Shall we do it? Shan't we do it? And when you're in very certain times with obligations in Australia, you've got to ensure that you can carry those obligations out. Let's not talk about obligations. A real wish to drill something what really I think is going to be really transformational. Any company would love to have that big porphyry that we've got in Australia. But let's get back to the placing and to the question. You'll note that the placing was done at market. Not too many of those around, Zach. You'll also know, if one does a comparison of placings in recent placings in our sector, the quantum was quite a bit lower. And there's a very good reason for that. I think that Xtract's a company with volume. I think we could have probably done $1.25 million of equity, but that would not have been right for the company, right for the shareholders, right for anybody. Because we've got these operations that they're coming into being, but the ones which the Chinese are doing are not affected. But obviously the big one, Fairbridge, will continue to be affected by COVID-19. So to me, I kept the placing low. I managed to get it, obviously by definition, when you're looking to place money at market, it's not easy. It's not been easy for the last 10 years. So I managed to do that. And then I thought, a loan will be the insurance, call it a loan, a standby facility, just in case, with the world as it is, just in case Fairbridge is held back a little and we're not able to do all our exploration commitments, a very good insurance. And as you say, unsecured, no coupon, the election of the directors to draw it down, 1.25% of total share cap as the drawdown fee, as the commitment fee, which is cheaper than banks. So in my estimation, it's the belt and braces company. And the portfolio is the same, the prospects are the same. So, I don't want to sort of boast because pride cometh before a fall. But, I think the board have been very, very careful in both in the quantum of the equity issue and the structure of the loan. And there's been quite a few compliments on the structure of the loan. And obviously, you're one of them. You've recognised that unsecured and optional with no coupon, not too many of those around either.
No, it sounds quite generous, let's say. In terms of how this, what this funding will be used for, and what the operational side is, what's the main thing? You mentioned Australia, obviously.
Yeah, well, what was supposed to happen, of course, was Fairbridge was going to spew out all our money for all our exploration efforts in Zambia. And we're waiting for Fairbridge again because of COVID-19. The Chinese two new operations. They've started the actual mining of Guy Fawkes, and they're moving on to our other alluvial property. So there's a gap. So the funding, in actual fact, the first round of funding, if you like, the equity part of it, will be used for Australia. We want to drill 3 holes into that, a minimum of 3 holes, into that porphyry. It's tilted like an egg. And the results that were last achieved from drilling, the gold, in actual fact, started increasing. So I'm expecting that we drill down this porphyry and we actually get the sort of results that the good old days of Sol Gold, I don't know if you remember them, but I'm looking for a very, very long intersection. I'm looking for mineralization from probably 60 meters. I'm looking for a good 800 meters of it. And I'm looking for gold values increasing at depth. So that will be a real plus for our shareholders at Xtract. And don't forget, there's already 77 million tons drilled there. And I'd like to do some recce on the epithermal gold, because they're secured from Anglo as well. That was from available funds and from the cash flow of the alluvials. We've secured the 3 projects from Anglo. We've got government permission now, the Foreign Investment Board. So we'll be drilling, and we'll be drilling in the not too distant future. So answer your question again succinctly is that money will basically ensure that we can carry out our minimum obligation. But of course, we want to do more than that. The shareholders deserve more than that. And I want to really unlock the potential of our porphyry. And then, of course, by then, the cash should be flowing nicely from the intermediate Guy Fawkes and Boa Esperanza. And then, as I say, soon from kick-off time to being producing around about 100 kg a month, of which we'll get 23 kg less cost. This 4 months from the all clear. So what have we achieved again? The portfolio is intact. Colin was looking good. Eureka's looking extremely good, and we're actually doing the pit modelling now. So all in all, Zach, the portfolio was good a month ago. It's still good. They valued us at 2p a month ago. Now the value is at 1p. But nothing's changed. Our prospects are extremely good. We've got a very good portfolio of assets. And now the board have taken a little equity at market and secured a loan just in case times get a lot worse, and all of us hope they won't. So that's it in a nutshell, as I see Xtract.
Right, and so basically the company is secured for the near term, and presumably your view is that after the recent share price dip, it represents better value than we were, let's say, a month ago or so.
Exactly. I mean, everything's progressed nicely. Everything's progressed as forecast, and we're underpinned and secured. So, if I look at my peer group, I think our shareholders are in a pretty strong position there.
Okay. Well, on that note, Colin Bird, Executive Chairman at Xtract Resources, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.